Hello everyone, welcome to AdiTrade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Banknifty levels for Monday. What are the possibilities where we can enter and exit for 18th July? This is the daily chart of Banknifty that I've opened. See, from here we got a nice up move. This down move was expected, and if you had seen any of our analysis after getting this kind of this bearish harami candlestick pattern, right, along with on the hourly time frame we had divergence. I'm just shifting to an hourly chart. On the hourly time frame there was a divergence. Indicator was making a lower low, price was making a higher high at a good resistance. It was a good resistance point, so a down move was expected, and a down move I was expecting a down move until this gap fill. See, this entire gap, I was for sure expecting a gap fill, but Friday it looked like it's going to fill. We came until 34,464, but the gap point was 34,397. So still about 100 points left in the gap. Not sure whether it will get filled or not, but this price action on the hourly, right, shows there's a lot of support here. That is between 34,540 until 34,460. This 100 points has a big support in Bank Nifty. Breaking this would be difficult. See the kind of wick rejections that we have even on an hourly candle, and even when we come to a 15-minute candle, you can see nice support at this region. This is this 100 points. Probably the exact point will be over here, 34,508. Now just shifting back to an daily chart, how the chart pattern is being formed in Bank Nifty is from this low. We'll consider the most recent low, that is this, about say 32,300. From here, if we can just draw how the Bank Nifty moved, we went up, came down, we got a nice impulsive move, we came down, was expecting until a down move until this gap fill. That didn't happen. If tomorrow this low holds, right, that is 34,469, an up move to retest this level of 35,500 is possible. That is what according to my view, a move like this is possible, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. This is on the daily chart. Now before we see the intraday levels, I'm just going to go to the 15-minute chart where I have the CPR enabled. Just going to zoom out. See, what I've enabled is the monthly chart. To make it more cleaner, I'll shift to an hourly time frame. See, what I've enabled is the monthly CPR. The cross lines that you see are the monthly CPR. The red lines are the resistance, R1, R2, R3. Green lines are obviously S1, S2, S3. And these black lines are previous month high and previous month low. See, this month what happened so far in July, right, from this 33,000, it was not a CPR point or anything, but from here we went higher, we broke CPR, we hit the R1 of monthly CPR and we have come down. So there could be a possibility of retesting this level, 35,500, this R1. Let me remove this drawing. This cross line that you see, right, the exact point is 35,490. See, even recently when we made this high, we exactly took support on the hourly candle at the monthly CPR. So retest of this is possible. Then once this retest happens, right, either tomorrow or this week, if it happens, then we will have to see whether it's kind of making a double top and coming down, or we are breaking this and going higher. In case we break this and go higher, the next target definitely is 33,965, and we also have this exact price action support over here, right? That is, see, this line exactly where the previous month high is. We have the price action support there exactly at 35,900. That will be a very good resistance. It's not easy to break, and this entire zone can act as a resistance. Why? Because even previously we have taken resistance exactly at this point. So those are the levels on the upside on slightly bigger time frame view, hourly and daily. And in case we come down, I'm expecting after filling this gap at about 33,300, we will get a bounce for sure. So not sure whether we'll come until here or this bounce has started from here itself. We'll have to wait and see. Now this is my chart for 15 minutes where I have marked all the support and resistance, and I'll add the tomorrow CPR. So see, tomorrow is a very narrow CPR. See, what this narrow CPR indicates is either a trending trend, it can be a trending day, or it can be a trend reversal also. It can also mean that Bank Nifty, it fell from here, right? Probably over here will, because of this narrow CPR, we can even have a trend reversal. That's what it indicates. But the CPR is normal. This is where we have the previous day high and R1 exactly where we have even price action, support and resistance. Now if I just look at the global markets, how it recovered on Friday, because of that SGX Nifty is indicating a gap up of 175 points, right? 175 points means in Bank Nifty we will get a gap up of at least 350 or 360, somewhere over here is what I'm expecting as of now. But this entire gap up scenario can change on Monday morning, depending on how the US futures open. If it opens in deep red, probably this gap up will not be so much. So if we get a gap up somewhere over here, right, about 300-400 points, if I mark it, we have our R2 over here, and a good support is over here, that is the previous day high at about 34,800. So a good buy in case we get a huge gap up, and a good buy would be only above this level, 35,111, right? And the next target is 35,250 and R3 of CPR and 35,380. So these are the levels that I look to buy, but a good buy could come only above this level, that is 35,120. And we'll have to be a little careful here. If the US futures go in red on Monday, right, and if the open interest at 35,000 and 35,100 on the call side increases, there's a good chance we might even take a reverse from here itself. So this point will be pretty crucial for Monday. What I'll be watching out for, that is 35,100. And in case now, see, the US futures has closed about 600 points higher. That's why our SGX Nifty is indicating 170 points higher. In case we get a huge gap up, okay, Bank Nifty gaps up, like say, for example, 500-600 points, okay, we end up going somewhere close to this R3 of CPR. Then most likely we will not get a trade. We'll have to improvise on the live market, see what happens. But if we open anywhere close to R3, right, generally it will be a no trading day. It's best to avoid trading. That's what I do. And for some reason, if we get a gap down, say we open flat, as of now it's indicating a gap up, right? Say the US futures on Monday drops and even this SGX Nifty drops, we get a small gap down or a flat gap down, this area will be a very good support, right? What previously we took, sorry, not this is the gap, the support area is here. I'm going to mark now in orange. See, this support area will be very crucial, that is 34,400, 34,490 to 34,460. There's a good chance what happens if we get a small gap down, we might come touch this and get a quick reversal on the upside. So these are the levels that I'll be using for Monday. Let's see how it goes and hope we can make some money in Bank Nifty. And coming to Nifty, see, along with the CPR levels, a very good resistance is here, 16,069. But Nifty is opening at around, as of now, based on SGX Nifty, it's opening at around 16,215. That would be somewhere, if we take 16,215, it would be somewhere close to this area, right? There is a gap over here in Bank Nifty, Nifty. So we'll have to be a little careful. All the gaps I mark it in blue. See what happens whenever this gap gets filled, right? Either it'll fill the gap and reverse, or it'll remain sideways in the gap. It'll fill the gap and breakout is a bit not on the usual side. So we'll have to be careful in Nifty when we get a gap up over here, right? Because a huge gap up, some kind of profit booking or something could kick in, and if 16,200 OI builds up early in the morning itself, we can get a nice reversal as well. So this is a point we'll have to watch for in Bank Nifty, that is 16,200. If that breaks comfortably, the next easy target is 240, and definitely 270 also is possible. And a support on the downside is, the first support, in case we get a gap down and start coming down, the first support on the downside is 16,100 and 16,069. This for Nifty and Bank Nifty. And along with along with this data, I just want to add the moving averages and remove the CPR. See, I always keep telling in my videos, actually this itself, the moving averages itself is a big topic and a setup based along with CPR. See, the red is 20 MA. Obviously coloring one can change however they want. The blue is what I've kept, is the 50 MA. Let me make this also thicker. And the pink, I use 20, 50, 100 and 200. Not more than that. I don't go too low or so too high. So this 200 EMA is the pink line, red will be the 20 and the blue is 50 EMA. And what I see in this moving averages is this kind of a crossover. When 20 crosses, see, when the red is crossing 50 on the upside, right? See the kind of nice move that we had, like a nice parallel channel. And when the 20 crossed 50 on the downside, see the nice kind of this nice down move that we had. So tomorrow I'll be watching out even for this, that is 20, if 20 crosses, obviously with the gap up it will cross, whether it sustains or not. If it sustains and starts forming this type of a nice parallel channel on the upside, now say this 20 goes up and even this 50 goes up, then probably it's a good sign to buy. A lot of times what happens in this moving averages, when it is sideways, it will be something like this. Let me just hide this price action. See, when it is sideways, it will be something like this. Both will be flat. It will neither be pointing up nor pointing down, right? This is a typical kind of a like sideways price action based on the moving averages. And even you can see in the price action there was nothing so great, right? So these are the things that I'll be watching out for Monday, and let's see whether we can make some money.